Hello, good morning. How is everyone doing? Happy Monday. TGIM. I used to have a boss that would always say TGIM, and I'd be like, ugh. But now I think I get it. I think I get why she loved Mondays so much. Welcome, you guys. Let me pop out a couple things right here to make sure that I am where I need to be. Okay, perfect. I'm in the right group. Thank goodness. Okay, cool. Let me send out a couple little things here and we gonna be good. Okay, you guys, so I see your RSVPs that came in. This is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, when you get in to the live cast, let me know that you're here. This is definitely meant to feel like a coffee shop, right? So this is meant to feel like we're hanging out at Starbucks, we're drinking our water. I know, I graduated from having a little tea to having some water, and today we're really going to be diving into branding. So you might have seen some posts coming up about this, but this is going to be something that it's a question I often get asked. It's a question about, you know, how do I brand? How do I put myself out there online? And I know that there's a ton of ways that we get caught up in thinking that, you know, maybe it's that we need to have the website, or we need to have the logo, or we need to have our color palettes or mood boards. And while all of these things are absolutely beautiful to a brand, but today we're going to be talking about the personality. Hi, Marissa. Hi, Chelsea. I see you guys logging in. This is awesome. I'm in the right place. So cool. Yay, you found me. Yay. I'm so happy you're here. This morning is going to be a lot of fun. So let me know, are you drinking tea or coffee this morning? Or if you're like me, womp womp, having some water. Let me know. Wherever you are, this is a beautiful kickoff to our She's Wild and Free community. I look forward to coming in every Monday and really, you know, starting off our week on a powerful note, and to dive into your business, your branding, showing up online, that magnetism around who you are, what you offer. And, you know, as you guys saw, this community is all about going for it. So having those big goals for yourself, but having a community that rallies around you and supports you and connects with you and is like, let's do the damn thing. You are so capable of doing this. So that's the community that this is all about. So, Marissa says, coffee for me, love you, lady. Here's a question. What can a serial entrepreneur do to embrace the multifaceted lifestyle with an authentic voice? Yes, great question. I'm having trouble focusing on a niche and a platform podcast blogger and blogger. You're a double blogger, babe. Okay, this is perfect. That is actually a really great question. Hi, Shannon, how are you? Great question for what we're going to be covering today. So number one is, have you ever felt like that you have to pick a niche audience? And you've maybe seen this online. It's this common thing of like, you have to pick a niche audience and you can only focus on that audience, right? So let me know if that's you, if you've heard this before, because Lord knows I have too. And when we get in this, you have to pick a niche audience, you have to pick a niche topic, a niche place, blah, blah, blah. Those of us that are multi-passionate find ourselves just like freaking out of, what the heck? Like, I'm so passionate about all of these different things. What lane do I pick? Yes, Marissa says yes. Hi, Kristen, how are you? Vlogger, got it, Marissa. So it's, oh my gosh, I have to pick this niche and I can't look any other direction. And this is just exactly where I have to go for anything to truly happen. Well, from one multi-passionate woman to the next multi-passionate woman, know that you can embrace yourself in so many different ways online. And this is going to make it so much easier for you, okay? If you're multi-passionate, you're wanting to try different things, do multiple things, it all comes down to your brand. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little difference between what a business is, what's typically seen in social media, what you're probably seeing as you're doing the scroll, and what a brand really is. So, how many of you were born in the later 80s, You grew up in the 90s and, you know, early 2000s, where advertising was like the Wild West. So there was so many commercials on television. There were so many like, buy this, do that, low fat, blah, 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 like all of these things. Well, if you were born in those times, and you didn't even have to be born in those times, you just observed it. It was like this crazy Wild West of marketing. And what was happening was this oversaturation of promotions and products. So if you've been going through social media and you've seen someone post like, here is my favorite lip balm. You need this lip balm because your lips are gonna look so great in this lip balm. And we've become so accustomed to this being the only form of marketing, right? That, or you need Young Living essential oils because this is called White Angelica and it is the best. You need this camera because this camera is the best. So here's the thing. We've grown up in that. We've seen it. We see it all over social media. We see this very masculine way of promoting to other people of like, here's a product, service, and an opportunity for you. But what's missing in all of that is the branding element, right? The brand, the personality, the who you are and why you do what you do, and the weird stuff that you enjoy, your quirky personality, maybe you wanting to, there's so many women on on Instagram that are talking about positive body image right now. And maybe those are things that you stand behind, right? But you're like, well, what does positive body image have to do with lip balm? Everything, everything. So let me know below because I would love to tailor this to you guys. Purple Cow Marketing, yes, Shannon. Thank you. Marissa says, I want to seamlessly integrate all the things I love and use without the sales pitch. Yes, authentic. So when we think about social media and we think about the products that are being pushed on social media, you're going to learn something today that you can take for the rest of your life. And I promise you this. And it is becoming and being your brand. So comment below, what type of business are you in? Are you a coach? Are you a mentor? Are you a network marketing maven? Are you are you in like maybe a 9-to-5 right now and you're wanting to start your own business? Regardless, where are you at right now? I would love to tailor this for you guys and to really dive into having that brand authenticity. So when we think about branding, it is all about our personality, right? So if you guys have been hanging out with me for a while, you probably know like who I am, what I do, why I do what I do. But the most important thing is how does your audience know that? When you think about showing up on Facebook or Instagram or you're popping in live, what does your audience know about you? What are those like really weird quirks that only you have? Or what are you super passionate about? You know, are you a vegetarian, right? And you're super passionate about saving animals. And hi, Jenna. And it's part of your life, right? And you speak to that and you speak to what lights you up, right? So brands have the ability to pivot. Now, let me ask you this. 5 years ago, so are you the same person you were 5 years ago? Yes or no? Let me know in the chat below. Are you the same woman that you were 5 years ago today? Probably not, right? You probably learned a thing or two. You've probably grown in some way. You probably experienced something in your life, and you're like, God, you come into your own, right? So the same can be said about having a brand. Is that you can pivot. You can pivot 6 months from now. You can pivot 3 years from now. You can pivot 5 years from now. Hell no, says Shannon. Good morning from PNW. Hi, Jenna. This is so awesome. Thank you for joining in. So when we really think about having an incredible brand, it's you. And doesn't that take the pressure off tremendously? It's not about like, this thing or that thing or the other things that you associate yourself with. Your brand is you. It's your personality. It's when you pivot and when you bring your tribe with you and when you meet more people along the path of that new trajectory, right? Because anytime that we pivot in business and we, stand behind a new product, or we stand behind a new mission, or we just unapologetically show the fuck up and we're like, oh my gosh, I am so lit on this topic, I have to talk about it. Even if it has no ROI for your business, even if it has no return on investment for you talking about it, but you know that your tribe needs to hear it. You know that women's empowerment, women, literally anything, right? It could be more bootables in people's kitchens. It can be anything that lights you up. So when you pivot, you're in your brand, right? So Marissa, to answer your question, pivoting brands, what is this? Got it. So when we think about a business, I want you to think like two separate columns. Business is a product, service, and an opportunity. A brand is your image and your personality. Now, your brand is what sells your business. Your brand and your personality and who you are and why you do what you do sells your business. So if you're multi-passionate, if you are, hi Priscilla, if you are multi-passionate and you're like, I love these 5 things more than anything and I can't let a single one of them go, you can have it all. Your brand is the umbrella to everything in your business. And so like I was mentioning, doesn't it take the pressure off? Doesn't it take this feeling of like, oh my gosh, I have to be pushing these things. I have to be selling these things and working from this place of like ick, right? Of like the billboards and the commercials and posting products on social media. It gives you back the ownership to be unapologetically you. And so when we think about what brands do, they create an impact, right? So I want you just to think, who are your gurus? Post below. Who's like that one, hi Kate, who is that one person that you love to check in on Instagram? Who's that person that you love, the YouTuber that you like following, or the Facebook babe, like whatever it is, when you, like the person that you're tuning into, you are picking up on her personality, her energy, her mission, what she's gone through, who she's becoming. Like you probably have an idea of, Chelsea says Casa Colberry, hopefully I'm saying that right. But you get an idea of who they are and that they walk their talk. And when this person who you enjoy looking up to, that you get her story because there's something in her story that is also yours, whether it's where you've been or where you're going, right? So when you follow your gurus that make you feel really good, and isn't it funny how our gurus tend to change? So, some months we have a certain person that we're looking up to, and then the next month it's a totally different person and they could have a totally different vibe. It's because your trajectory has changed, and it has allowed for this person to come in to show you what's possible. I'm going to take a sip of water. Rachel Brayfen, yes. Rebecca, and me, thank you, Marissa. So when we think about the impact that we're making with our brand, just look at the people that you're following. Just look at it and acknowledge what in them is something that you are aspiring to be like, or you just love. It's like, oh my gosh, I just love that she stands up for this mission. I just love that, her personality comes out in this. I love that she's fearless in whatever it is in her business, right? Or I love that she does this, that, and the other thing. That is what sells. Your brand is what sells. And I think women to women, it becomes really confusing. And I think we've overcomplicated it on social media, where it's like, here, sign up for this program, sign up for this offer, here's a product, right? And we're doing it in a masculine way. We're doing it in a, here's the stuff, here it is, here, like shove it to you, right? And women, we don't respond that way. How many of you have felt this way before, where maybe you've tapped into your guru, or you've tapped into someone online and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for them to launch this thing. This is going to be so great. And then they just like vomit everywhere. It's like, that that didn't work. That did not work really well. It's because it was off, right? It was off in their launch approach, and it was off in the way that they were connecting their personality with the offer, right? So your brand, who you are, your personality, your image, how you're showing up online, that's what sells your business. That is what sells your business. Let me look at some of your guys's. Oh my gosh, Shannon, so funny. I was actually talking to Drew about this the other night. I said, I think I'm going to come in live on Monday and really talk about branding. Sorry, I've got a frog in my throat. Talk about branding. And I was explaining to him how women online are pitching to other women, but we're like, there's nothing connecting, right? It's just like going right past, because we're coming into it with this very masculine approach to business, and we're missing the branding point of view. And I was explaining it to him, and he's like, it's like that movie What Women Want. And I was like, what? I'm like, it reminds me of like What Women Want, but he's like, you have to go back and watch it, blah blah. And I watched it, I was like, that when he gets into the mind of women, and he can actually hear, like in the boardroom meeting, what women truly want. And so if you guys have not watched What Women Want, or if you can recall that movie, it's so good. Kate and a bunch of other ones. Shannon, you taking Shannon, yes. Marissa, I love that each of you show up as you are, as you change. Yes, Marissa, that's so true. So when we think about what women truly want, what do you really want? You know, as a woman who's here, do you want someone who's pitching a product to you or pitching a service to you? Or do you want to get to know her and love her vibe and stand behind her mission when she stands in it, right? So when she's like, okay, maybe you've been following this guru forever, and you know that she's all for animal rights and clean and good makeup and stuff like that, right? With like good ingredients, you know that health is her thing, right? So when she stands behind this lip balm, you can trust that this is a great lip balm for you too, because she's done her research. You love that, you know, it's been part of her life, et cetera, et cetera. This is why influencers, Instagram, Facebook, online influencers are literally the new celebrities of this time. They are the ones that are creating the profit for businesses. So my mission of this community, hi Lisa, hi Erica, I see you guys all logging in. Hi Sarah. So to be loved and respected for who I am. Yes, Shannon. Yes, yes, yes. So the thing is with our community is that when we think about influencing, right, like whether that word sits well with you or not, it is about being your brand. It is about being your personality. It's about being your image. It's about being unapologetically you. And that's what I want us to really embody as a wild and free community, is that when you come out as your brand and you start speaking from a place of like, this is what I believe, this is what I stand behind, everything else falls into place. If you have been passionate about meditation, right? Let's just say that, you know, you have a morning meditation routine. It connects you. It connects you in a way that you maybe haven't felt before, or that you've graduated to these new levels of feeling and connecting in meditation, right? Like, have you been there? It's so good. And life becomes different. Life becomes more vibrant. You know, the green on the tree looks way more green. You know, the fall colors this year are popping in such a beautiful way. Meditation has allowed you to slow down all of these things, right? So as you can feel in that, hi Lisa, hi Anu, as you can feel in that energy, and maybe you're showing up on social media and you're talking about this, right? You're talking about meditation, how it's changed your life. And then you step into this role of, I'm going to teach meditation. I'm going to record meditations. I'm going to sell meditations, right? Yes, 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 yes. So you get to this point of now you have the business. You have the offer, you have the service, you have the product, right? That's the business, but it was the brand that got you there. And the brand is what will sell the business every single time. The brand is what creates those messages for you on social media where people come knocking on your virtual door and they're like, yo, the message that you shared about meditation today rocked my world. I need to meditate, or I need to get back into meditation. how can we do this, right? How can I work with you? Can I download the meditation that you talked about? Those types of things are like magnets, right? It's like magnet after magnet. You're connecting with the right people at the right time. And social media, as incredible as this experience is, it brings in so many people into your vicinity. It brings in people to what it is that you have to offer, because it's undeniable magnetism, and the right people show up at the right time. And so there's no more this need of like having to sell a product or sell a program or sell a course or this, that, and that gross feeling, because you've been the brand. And so when I talk to clients one-on-one and they're like, what do I do? You know, like I have this business idea, I have this program idea, I'm part of this network marketing company, and I want to build a tribe, right? Want. We have all these things. Want is what I was trying to say. Want. We have all these things, right? That we're like, if the right people would come in, I could sell them. But it starts here. It starts with your authenticity. It starts with showing up in what you believe in. So just as I use that example with meditation, you can use meditation, you could use yoga, you could use running, you could use dog training, you can use whatever it is in your life that you are so unapologetically lit up over, and tie it to your business. So let's say you have, I know there's a lot of entrepreneurs in here. So let's say maybe you're launching a program coming up, and you're like, I am so ready for this to go gangbusters. I'm so excited for the women that I already envision coming into this program. I know that when they come in here, that they're going to have a radical experience, that their mindset is going to shift, maybe their body, right? Maybe you're having some sort of a fitness workout type thing. Whatever it is, they're going to have transformation. You know it without a shadow of a doubt. And you stand behind the transformation of these women that are coming in, because you've already done it. And they know this to be true, because as you are your brand, you're showing up every single day doing the thing that you're meant to do, right? You're already doing it. So how many of you have heard of, I'm missing all of your comments, I apologize. This is what happens when I get all revved up. I'll come back and read them. How many of you have read the book Jab, Jab, Right Hook? Like, it's pretty much like the gateway to entrepreneurship, right? So Gary Vee wrote this book, and I'll make this as simple as possible. He wrote this book called Jab, Jab, Right Hook, right? And it's all about like brand, right hook, right? So it's like being a boxer in, boxing ring, where you're like jab, 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 right hook. And so there's this whole approach to, what you want to do is like show up, give the offer. I love that. I think that that's a thought process to branding. But I truly believe, as women, now this was a man, telling, here's how to do branding, here's how to show up in your business. As women, it's so much deeper than that. Wouldn't you agree? It is emotional, it's feelings, it's storytelling, it's bring me on a journey, bring me on an experience, bring me where you've been and where you've come back from. Share with me the nitty gritty in your life. I don't want to see your perfectly curated, non-pimpled fucking photo anymore. I want to see the real rawness of women that are doing this, right? Women that are creating their businesses, that are running their teams, that are selling their offers with ease. That is what draws women into other women. So yes, you can jab, 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 right hook all day long, but it's more about telling these authentic, true stories about yourself. So I keep bringing it to meditation, and there's probably someone in here that is wanting to be a meditation teacher, which is why this is coming in. But let's use this as an example. You have a meditation course. You out there, insert whatever type of program or course that you have to offer. Why teach on that? And when we can really listen to why we do what we do, what brought you to that point in your life? Why did you become a healer? Why did you become a teacher? Why did you join that company? Go bigger than, money, right? Because money always will come. Money is inevitable. Money's energy, it will always, always, always come when you're in your authentic space, in your authentic truth. And when other people can feel that, So just as you check in on your gurus, you're getting these little dopamine hits from this person, whether you know this or not. You're getting a dopamine, hi Stephanie, you're getting a dopamine hit from this person because there's something in what that person is saying and how they're making you feel. And they're working with the emotions in your mind, and you're feeling something from their branding. My hope is that in this community is that you gals step into this place of unapologetic fearlessness in what it is that you are meant to do. Yes, you can be multi-passionate. Yes, you can do as many things as you want to do. Just try not to burn yourself out because that's no fun. But yes, when you get these divine ideas where you're like, oh my gosh, I've been so passionate about this, I want to share it. It's an automatic yes to the woman that's on the other end that's about to experience this, if it's a huge yes for you. You guys might have seen my post the other day where I talked about the reason why people aren't purchasing your program. It's because you aren't standing behind your program or your offer or your service. And how do we do that? How do we get into, yes, you want to have all the freedoms, and you want to have the time, and you want to have the income coming in, but how do you stand behind what it is that you have to offer? It is being your brand. It is being who you are meant to be. And yes, the peanut gallery comes around it. Yes, internet trolls come with it. And all of these things that are going to try to push you off course. Our mindset is one of the biggest ones too, of, I'm nervous, right? Well, people can feel that. People can feel when we're kind of half-assing it, when we're 75, 85% showing up. We don't really know. People can feel that, especially women. And especially in this day and age where we're becoming so much more tuned in. We're so much more tuned into one another. Kate says, this is so true. I realized this. It's an awakening for me. Yes, isn't it? And it's like almost one day we wake up to it and we're like, no longer does that old way of a very masculine type of business approach work for women. It doesn't. The energy connection. Yes, it's so true, Shannon, the energy connection. All right, let me look at my little notes on the side here. All right, so key takeaway, you guys, is really stepping into your brand and owning yourself. So let's take the word brand out of this completely, because sometimes I think brand can have a little bit of a, not really sure what to do here. What I tell my private clients is this. Who are you? What do you love? What do you love unapologetically? What lights you the F up? What makes you so excited to get out of bed in the morning? And if it's not this morning, what would make you really excited to get out of bed in the morning? What are the books you're reading, the podcasts you're listening to? What is the general stream of energy that you're paying the most attention to right now, this moment? What about it is teaching you the next step in your life? What about what you're doing right now are you learning, digesting, infusing into what it is that you have to offer? From that point of excitement, of, ooh, I can't wait to dive into more of this knowledge, I can't wait to listen to more of these podcasts or buy these books or whatever it is, from that point of excitement is where we build a brand. Okay, I love this. Chelsea, spot on. Must have confidence in your message. People can feel that too. Yes, you must. How do we get confidence though? When we think about like, oh, you just gotta be confident, you just gotta show up. Where do we get confidence? It's through courageous action. Confidence follows courage. So have you ever felt like, okay, I wanna do this thing, I put on my calendar, I wanna go out there, I wanna do this, but I'm nervous. Oh my gosh, where is my confidence gonna come from? Confidence meets you step by step as you step into courage. Courage comes first, confidence comes second. It's like the wind at your back, right? I step forward in confidence step forward in courage, and confidence is the wind at my back. Marissa, I think my issue is, oops, hold on, let me read. My screen. Marissa, I think my issue is consistency. I either show up authentically or I disappear completely. Acknowledge that. Acknowledge when you tend to revert back in. What was the trigger? What was happening in your personal life? What took your attention? You know, when we think about being consistent in our message, it's because we have something that we're working towards, that we're our whole being, every single cell in our body is desiring, not wanting, desiring. It is like, ooh, girl, when we get that new car, it is going to feel so freaking good, and we're going to be able to drive around in this new car, blah, blah, blah. So you have to know that when consistency falls away, it's because the dream, the yummy excitement part of life of it's when I achieve this thing that I'm set out to do, when my desire pulls me closer and closer, when do I fall off? What are my natural behaviors for falling off in my own personal consistency? Let's be honest, you guys. Social media, to make a post, is as easy as snapping a photo, right? Let me take a picture of my kitchen right now. Snap a photo of my kitchen, and what could I say about that? What could I say about my kitchen? Let's think. Passionate about being a vegetarian, passionate about sharing meals with other people, passionate about animals, passionate about organics, right? And my passion is what will connect people to a random photo of my kitchen. So when we think about social media and consistency, notice when we're falling off and how quickly it is to do something like this, how quickly it is to show up in your passion. It could be taking your photo of my desk right now and talking about what it means to be an entrepreneur, a woman that's talking to 9 women right now on Monday morning, drinking coffee together, creating this virtual hangout. So it takes maybe 15, 20 minutes out of your day, right? Consistency. It takes such a small, finite amount of time to show up in who you are and what you do. And your life should inspire you. Everything that is around you, and I'm sure it does. I'm sure all of you guys in this group can look at something right now in your life. Look at your clothes you're wearing. Look at the shoes you have on. Maybe you're listening to me at work and you have earbuds in, but you're listening to this information because you're ready to set sail. You're ready to, jump out of that corporate window or whatever and free fall on the way down and whatever it is. Are you thankful for something that's around you right now? Can you write something about that comes from a place of like, ooh, that feels good. That feels good, and it's going to connect with that right person that's meant to hear it. That was a very long-winded example of consistency. Okay, let me see. Lisa, let me read yours, but I got to scroll back up to you. Okay, Lisa, 100% so true. I've been aware of my less than 100%, and I think it's because I needed more clarity and my specific mission. Okay, I love this question, Lisa. Thank you for saying it. So let's talk about clarity for a second. How and when do we achieve clarity in something? Like 100%, that's it. Has anyone been able to crack that code? Has anyone been able to say, like, without a shadow of a doubt, I'm 100% clear on this thing? The thing is we can look at clarity as looking in our past, right? We can look at the things that we've gone through, we've experienced, and we can justify answers from our past because we've lived it, we've done it, we've gone through the things in our past. But the future is full of exciting opportunity and mystery. And when we are clear in our vision, we're going to have to navigate through the mystery of the future. I hope that makes sense. So I truly don't think that, we're ever 110% clear. I think that we are working from what we've learned in the past and what's pushed us, and we can look back and go, that worked, that didn't work, what would I change? That worked, that didn't work, what would I change? Okay, that worked, that didn't work, what would I change, right? And it's that constant building ourselves up for courage, and then courage happens and we go, woo, and then confidence meets us. And then courage and then confidence comes right back in. So don't sit in a space of thinking, I need to be 100% clear before I do this thing, because what actually we need to be doing is taking courageous action. Taking that courageous action. I hope that helps. Okay, let me catch up on your guys' post here. Hi, Jana. How are you? Long time no see. Kate, I just got the book, the Celestine Prophecy, I've never heard of that. Spirit Junkie, Judgment Detox, love me some Gabrielle Bernstein. If you guys have not heard my story, Gabby Bernstein literally saved my freaking life when I was in corporate America. She's the very first meditation that I ever listened to, and I found meditation for the first time. Shannon, confidence keeps you from falling backwards. Yes, amen. Marissa, excellent answer, thank you. Most welcome. Kate, I love this. I'm so thankful for being willing to show up. Yes, 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 yes. Shannon, speak words of affirmation to yourself and speak your truth and dreams every day. Yes, I so agree with that too, Shannon. Anu, I think your energy pulled me. Yay! Isn't that fun? I think you got all of your guys' energy pulled me too. Lisa, I have been there before, but challenged with it, and now in the discovery of what I want next. Yay! That's so, so powerful, you guys. Oh my gosh, so much fun. So now do you know the difference between having a business and having a brand? Your business, your product, your service, your opportunity, right, of what you have to offer. Your brand, your image is your personality. Your brand is your image and your personality. Show up unapologetically in who you are, sisters, okay? Welcome to the Wild and Free community. I am so excited you guys are here. To give you guys a little back-end scoop of something that's going to be happening tomorrow, I'm going to be launching an incredible, incredible program starting tomorrow. So if you are interested in diving into this much more deeper of how women market to other women, how you can tap into your ability of storytelling, talking directly to that dream client, the one that you know is like right on the fence of her next breakthrough, believing in what you have to offer, believing in your brand, believing in yourself, getting in that mode of confidence and courage and alignment, and going from there, setting big goals for yourself, reverse engineering them, really understanding the power of your own purchasing brain. It's phenomenal. The tools I'm about to unveil to you guys in this next program are absolutely life-changing. They've changed my life in the past couple years. Once I started getting into really selling and connecting with other women on a deep emotional level is when my business and businesses completely changed. So I can't wait to share this information with you. It's going to be absolutely powerful. I thank you guys for tuning in so much today. I will be launching tomorrow on my personal page. Stay tuned if that's something that interests you. If you are in a network marketing company, if you are a coach, if you own your own sort of business, branding is critical to the absolute evolution of where you're going and the wealth, not the money, the wealth and that you see for yourself. So we'll be talking about all of that tomorrow. All right, you guys, thank you all for tuning in. Keep the comments coming. If you do catch the replay and you had a question for me, feel free to post it below. Let me know that you are a hashtag replay babe, and I'll come back and comment on it. So have a wonderful day, everyone, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.